right, so today we're going to talk about the distributive property in math. You heard about it yesterday when you were doing properties, or earlier today even, when you were doing properties in class, but you didn't really cover it, and this is such an important property for all that we're going to do this year. You have to remember it, and you have to keep track of it, because if you don't, you're going to have a really tough time. So what does the distributive property say? It says, if A, B, and C are real numbers, and A times the sum of B and C is given, then that is also equal to A times B plus A times C. So to distribute, I like to draw arrows, A to the B and A to the C, to remind me that I'm going to say A times B is AB, and A times C is AC. In an example form, it looks like here below. We have 5 times 2 plus 3. Yes, we could add what's in the parentheses and say 5 times 5, but what about, how would we do this with the distributive property? We would say 5 times 2 plus 5 times 3. And it's plus because the plus is in here. And 5 times 2 is 10, and 5 times 3 is 15, so 10 plus 15 is 25. In these examples, let's practice using the distributive property. In example 1, we're going to say 3 times x plus 3 times 4. 3 times x is just 3x plus, and 3 times 4 is 12. In example 2, we have, I didn't know that would happen, we have negative 5 times x minus, because of the minus here, negative 5 times positive 3. So negative 5 times x is negative 5x minus negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. When we have minus and minus, this turns into plus. Negative 5x plus 15. And we can also write that as 15 minus 5x, either way. And for number 3, it's the same idea. We multiply 4 times x and 4 times 2. 4 times x plus 4 times 2. That gives us 4x plus 8. At this time, I'd like you to pause, and I would like for you to do 4, 5, and 6 on your paper. All right, so hopefully you've completed 4, 5, and 6 at this point, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the answers. For number 4, you should have negative 35b plus 28, or you can also write that as 28 minus 35b. For 5, we kind of do the same thing. So we're going to have 22t plus 33. And for 6, we're going to have 2x minus 3. If you have any questions about distributive property, now is a good time to write that question down on your paper, highlight it, and come to class with that question. I will ask for questions when you come to class, so I need you to be prepared. Here we have the distribution of negative 1, and why is this important? So sometimes you'll have minus or subtraction problem, and you need to treat it like a negative 1. All of these examples have a minus in front of them or subtraction, and really we treat that as a negative 1. So we distribute a negative 1. Do not ever forget that. You will get it wrong in a heartbeat if you do. So this first example, we have negative 1 times 3x is negative 3x, and negative 1 times 7 is minus 7. And over here, negative 1 times 2x is positive 2x, minus negative 1 times 5 is negative 5, and minus the negative is positive, so 2x plus 5. want you to try the next 4 by pausing and then pressing play when you are done. Alright, at this point you should have completed 1 through 4, so check your work. Number 1, you should have -20 minus d. Number 2, you should have 5 plus 4y. 3, you should have -x minus 12. And 4, you should have -x plus 8, or 8 minus x. Again, at any point here, if you have any questions, please write it down on your paper and ask them tomorrow in class. Now we're going to work on rewriting our fractions. I know you guys hate fractions, don't we all? But it's part of life and it's part of this class. So our first problem is going to be 8x plus 4 over 2. This is rewritten, and when we rewrite it, I like to circle. The top numbers go over the denominator. So 8x over 2 plus 4 over 2. And how do these simplify? 8 divided by 2 is 4, and so is x, 4x, plus 4 divided by 2 is 2. There's our answer. And example number 1, how would we rewrite this? We'll take 4y divided by 2. And what sign do we use? We're going to use subtraction. Minus 12 over 2. This turns into 4 divided by 2 is 2, so back to my pen. 2y, and 12 divided by 2 is 6, so minus 6. Same thing with number, this is a subtraction. Number 2, 8 over 3 minus 9x over 3. Can 8 over 3 be simplified? No, it cannot. So now we need to look at 9x over 3. So 8 over 3 cannot be simplified, so we'll keep it plus, and 9x over 3 divides to be 3x. Number 3, 25 over 5 minus 8t over 5. 25 over 5 can simplify to 5 minus, and 8t over 5 does not simplify. Pause here and complete 4, 5, and 6. Alright, so now you've done 4, 5, and 6, so let's go and look at what those say. Let's see, 19 divided by 8 is 2 minus 3h is how that should simplify. 7 times 6 is 42, so 6w plus 2, and here we have 11 minus n. Here are some vocabulary terms for you. I want you to read them on your own. I'll read them to you. A term is a number, a variable, or a product of a number and one or more variables. There's some examples. A constant is a term that has no variables. A coefficient is a numerical factor of a term. And like terms have the same variable factors with the same exponent. So in the first terms here, 7a and negative 3a, their variable factors are a, and those are like terms because they share a. In 4x squared and 12x squared, the variable terms are x squared and x squared, which are like terms because they're the same thing. This last one, 6ab and negative 2a, our variables are a and b in one and a in the other, but they are not like terms because they are not exactly the same, just the variable factors. So here are some examples for combining like terms. 7y plus 10y. You always just add the numbers out front as long as the variable terms are the same. They both share a y, so we can do that. 7y plus 10y is 17y. Number 2, we're going to use the distributive property first. So 5 times x plus 5 times 3 plus 2 times x minus 2 times 9. So 5 times x is 5x, 5 times 3 is 15, 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 9 is 18. And at this point, I'm going to circle my like terms. 5x and 2x are like terms, and I'll square the other ones. 15 and negative 18 are like terms. So when I combine them, 5x plus 2x makes 7x's, and 15 minus 18 is negative 3. And in number 3, let's look and see what are like terms. I have 9, which is just a number. Do I have another number? I do. I have negative 12, or minus 12. I have negative xy squared. Do I have anything else with an xy squared? I do, and that's 4xy squared. So we can combine our like terms. 9 minus 12 is negative 3, and negative 1xy squared plus 4xy squared makes 3xy squared. If you have comments or questions, again, make sure you mark that down and highlight it so you know to ask it in class tomorrow. Here are some problems for you to try. There is a Canvas quiz right after this video. You need to go to the bottom of the screen and click Next to take the quiz. Good luck on it. Let me know how you do. Again, you can take it as many times as you need to. I just want to see that you did something and did your homework. Good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow.